Hey there, I'm the MadCatster, and I'm glad to see you here. Welcome to the Daily Docket, where we examine the latest stories of celebrities under the law. So let's get into it. Thank you for joining me for the second installment of the Daily Docket. Today we've got four stories to take a look at. The first is a woman is suing the Forum in Los Angeles after she was injured at a December 2019 Harry Styles concert. The concert was part of a launch of Harry Styles' second album, Fine Line, and the woman alleges that she was pushed to the ground when the crowd surged forward towards the stage and that she sustained injuries as a result. And she's blaming the venue, the promoters, and the ticketing agencies for her injuries, including Live Nation and Ticketmaster, in addition to the Forum itself. This is similar allegations that were made in some of the lawsuits against Travis Scott and the tragedy at Astroworld. And that's a story I'll be doing an entire video on to analyze the legal issues there. And that I hope to get up tomorrow. But anyways, this woman, she's not suing Harry Styles, unlike the Travis Scott situation. She's blaming the promoters, the ticketing agencies, and the venue for not providing adequate seating, lighting, and security, in addition to not ensuring that those at the front of the stage were safe from being injured. Our next story involves Trevor Noah, the current host of The Daily Show, which used to be Jon Stewart's baby. Trevor is suing doctors after surgery in November 2020, which he claims left him with permanent injuries. And among those, he's claiming that he was rendered sick, sore, lame, and disabled due to serious side effects that he experienced post-operation. The exact details of his surgery are not known. They're not made public. In his complaint, Trevor Noah states that he sustained severe nervous shock, mental anguish, severe emotional distress, and great physical pain during his recovery, which left him confined to bed and home for a long period of time. He also alleged that he was prevented from engaging in his usual occupation due to the lasting injuries, some of which he claims are of a permanent nature, which is sad because he seems like a really nice guy. I used to clerk in law school for a medical malpractice law firm, and these cases can take up to 3 years, and it's usually like hit or miss. You either really win big or you completely lose everything, and they're usually done on a contingency, which means that the law firm doesn't take anything unless they win the lawsuit. In this case, I don't know. He's obviously pretty wealthy, so he may just be paying his lawyers outright. We'll find out as the case goes on. Trevor Noah is claiming that the after effects of the surgery have left him with semi-permanent or permanent injury, which is really too bad, and we wish him well. Our next case involves Justin Bieber, who has been accused of numerous times in the past of inappropriate conduct. Well, there's a couple of instances where he claims he was falsely accused, and he has hit back by filing lawsuits against a couple of his accusers. In 2020, it was alleged that he had inappropriate contact with a woman at a Four Seasons hotel in Austin, Texas, after a concert. However, Justin Bieber claims he has an alibi in the way of his ex-girlfriend, Selena Gomez, who apparently has backed up his story. In addition, the singer says he has multiple instances of photographic evidence which disprove the timeline given by his accuser. And in one of the lawsuits, he has now indicated to the court that he and that woman will be working to settle the matter privately through mediation. And the second lawsuit is progressing. We'll keep you posted as things come out about that. In Justin Bieber's lawsuit, it reports that the malicious accusation is factually impossible and based on outrageous concocted falsehoods, with Bieber claiming to have indisputable documented proof to prove he was not in the hotel on the night in question. Bieber also claims that the woman who has made these accusations is what he calls a superfan, who apparently stalks him at hotels when he's traveling around putting on concerts. It's interesting to see this is sort of the reverse of what we normally see, where somebody has actually been able to refute these allegations and is now turning the tables on their accuser. Of course, it's a very serious issue and nothing that should be taken lightly, but obviously if somebody has been wrongly accused, then they shouldn't have their reputation trashed either. So we'll keep an eye on that story. Now, our final case today is an interesting case. It actually involves an unfortunate loss of life, and the defendant in this case is Meta, the newly named parent company of Facebook. This lawsuit's alleging that the loss of life in this case involved Facebook allowing the two perpetrators to connect and to make plans online, and that they're saying that Facebook basically facilitated this action, And the lawsuit is interesting. It brings up several interesting issues. And I'll read you a little bit from the lawsuit here. It says that this was not a random act, that it was a culmination of a plot hatched and planned on Facebook by two men who Meta connected through Facebook's groups infrastructure and its use of algorithms designed and intended to increase user engagement and correspondingly Meta's profits. The lawsuit alleges the two men would never have met if not for Facebook's recommendations, which pushed them both to join groups that openly advocated for this type of conduct. And so it'll be interesting to see. This would be a landmark case if, in fact, it's shown or proven that Facebook and Meta had a hand in bringing these people together in this terrible, terrible act, and would really open Facebook up to a lot of liability in other instances and going forward, and it would probably have a devastating impact on their earnings and on their whole method of operation. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes and if it progresses, if it's not dismissed. I'm sure there's going to be a motion to dismiss coming at some point. It'll be interesting to see whether or not the lawsuit proves that there's liability on Facebook's part. And I'll keep you posted as that one develops as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this installment. I'm glad that you guys have shown an interest. I've gotten some really positive comments, so I will keep this going for as long as you guys seem interested. There are a lot of things that pop up every single day, so I'm sure there's no shortage of materials. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Court is adjourned.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.